The ending to the Indiana Fever versus the Atlanta Dream was certifiable must-see TV. The Fever only up 3, get a big-time defensive stop, and then they're going to take a timeout to talk things over on a key offensive possession here. And what do? Surprise, surprise, they get the rock in Caitlin Clark's hand. There's a little extra on the line here in this game because this is an in-season tournament game, and the Indiana Fever are going for that in-season tournament ring. Aliyah Boston's going to try to set up some pick-and-roll action. Caitlin Clark says, nah, I'm fine, and then, oh no, pass gone awry. But look who's there to get it back. The All-Star, Kelsey Mitchell says, fine, I'll do it by myself. I'll steal the ball, and then I'll go get a bucket. Indiana Fever, up 5. And then Rhyne Howard says, don't start cashing your checks now, Indiana, because this game's not over. I'm going to go to the hoop, I'm going to draw the foul, and I'm going to go to the line. And then Rhyne Howard goes to the line. She sinks not 1, but 2 free throws, and it's a 3-point game. Then the Fever are going to call a timeout. They know that this is a big possession, and they go back to the drawing board and put the ball back in Caitlin Clark's hands. But the Atlanta Dream have their #1 overall pick from 2022 on her. This is best on best. And Caitlin Clark passes it off, and the Fever get it to their #1 overall pick from 2023. That's back-to-back #1 overall picks right there. And then Aliyah Boston gets it done in clutch time. And then Aliyah Boston says the only dreams that are happening tonight are Fever dreams because I'm getting it done in clutch time on the offensive side and the defensive side. Fever win, Fever win, Fever win.
Recording in progress.
Whoever's got the mic, Chloe, would you like to start?
Come on, Chloe, what you got?
Well, you talked a lot last season about not being able to close out these close games. Just what did it do for the resolve of the team to kind of have a big lead, then lose it, then get it back and win the game?
Yeah, first, just great team win tonight. Great Fever win, great team win. Probably what I'm most proud of, though, is we called 3 stops in a row a kill, and we got that late when we needed to, when we went to trapping Rhyne Howard, who got really hot. So really proud of my team on the defensive end getting those stops.
And then Aliyah had, I think she matched her career high with 27 points, and then she had one off her career high rebounds with 13. Just what did she do tonight to help you win, especially with, I think, 10 straight points in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, she was undeniable tonight. I watched her warm up back in the back. I can watch them warm up, and her warm up was different. She was more physical. I couldn't be more proud of her. I thought she played extremely well, really physical, didn't back down, and finished great shots at the rim tonight.
We'll go James, then we'll go Matt.
Obviously, you know, Aliyah's a great player, but what do you think that just does for her? She was saying she kind of needed a game like this.
Yeah, well, you know, the other night against Connecticut, I just needed her to get some confidence. Like, I left her in. I need her to get confidence because that's what she was missing. She's so hard on herself, and she did that. She had a good practice yesterday. We had a good shoot-around today. We went more live in our shoot-around today, and then she just carried that over, and I'm so proud of her for that tonight.
And then Kelsey helping to get you over the hump. I've talked about it before, but just her ability to score in a variety of ways and then score late, how much did that mean to this team, and I guess tonight specifically?
Yeah. I mean, we've got some weapons out there, and once we have, you know, time to figure it all out and get on the same page and understand where people are at times. You know, you play these teams like Vegas and New York, and they just know where each other's going to be. We don't have that yet, but we're getting closer. Kelsey's, you know, she's so explosive. You know, she can get to the rim. She can draw defenders. She's going to make a great pass. She's going to kick, you know. Just really proud of what she did tonight. Hit that big shot, I guess, you know, when the time was going out at the end of that quarter. So she just had some good, and defensively, she's really locked in to trying to be a good defender for us.
Go Matt, then Tony.
I think it was Aliyah's last basket, put you guys up by 5, with, 25 seconds left, looked over. You just seemed really excited, pumping your fist, turning to your assistants, for the downs that this team has been to sort of, rise up, get a win tonight. What was just the emotion like in that one, moment 25 seconds ago?
We made a great pass into her. She sealed. She got a great look. She finished. Again, it was a great team win. Just proud of my team. Proud of how they fought across the board. Our bench was awesome. We had players that came in and really helped us. Just really proud of the team.
One about Aliyah, you mentioned that second half is playing somewhere. What's up to the Bucks? Slow it down a bit.
Yeah, we're going to play through the post. That doesn't mean a post touch. That just means get your feet in the paint, get the ball in the paint. It just collapses the defense. It just opens everything up. We did that tonight. I think we ended up with 42 points in the paint tonight. And then I think we had one quarter where we only had 4 points. So if we would have been as solid as we were in the first half in that third quarter, I mean, we'd have had plus 50 in the paint.
And you mentioned effort after the Connecticut game, which as a coach has to feel like the most frustrating way to lose, to then bounce back and win a game like this. What does that feel like for you personally?
Yeah, we have a set of standards. And, I didn't feel like we didn't meet those the other night against Connecticut. And they as well thought the same after we had time to talk about it. So we're going to figure out, we set standards for our team, and that's what we want to reach every single night. And they know that, and I thought they did it tonight.
Go Brad in the back, then come up to Zion.
Christy, you've talked about needing to get some work done, just practice with this team. How important were these last couple of days, though, to just give them a bit of a pause, to just step back? Everybody took a deep breath, it feels like, and almost came back refreshed this evening.
Yeah, we didn't have such a trying practice yesterday, but we had more of a mental day. And I think that really helped them out a lot. I talked to several of them after, and, I think that was just what we needed in that moment after that Connecticut game, just to kind of get refocused.
Zion, go ahead.
After the way Monday's game, transpired and how much you preach a defense, just what did it mean, like you said, to get that kill, those stops at the end there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go home and watch that over and over because we just did an excellent job. Rhyne Howard got hot. She's an excellent player. That's what she does. And we decided to trap her coming off those dribble handoffs, or if she was going to come back into a ball screen, and just did it perfectly. The timing was perfect. We were aggressive. We didn't foul. It was just a huge moment for our team growing up right there in that time.
And then with Aliyah, you obviously, gave her the ball in the post all year, but it felt like tonight she got the ball maybe a little bit earlier in the possessions. I guess, how does that change how efficient and effective she can be?
Yeah, we're going to keep.
Good morning, everybody. This is Van Silk, Rock Bottom Sports, WNBA Ballers. So, I was trying to make this video last night, but I was kind of tired. Got caught in the rain yesterday, a couple of walks. But I want to say this. Congratulations to the Indiana Fever. It was very impressive last night against a team, the Atlanta Dream. I think their record might have been 5-5 or 5-6, or they're 5-5. They were the 500 team, and they definitely beat a couple of good teams in the last couple of games. And I was very impressed last night of how Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell came out last night and had a hell of a game in the first half. And I'm going to say something. Let's not forget Samuelson, okay? And you had NaLyssa Smith, who had 10 points. But the girl Wheeler, I like her game. And also I'm going to say this before I get into what I have to talk about. The Indiana Fever need a real, true point guard. Kelsey Smith is a shooting guard. Kelsey Mitchell is mainly a shooting guard. She brings the ball, but it's shoot first. I'm trying to figure out if Wheeler is that point guard for the team. If Caitlin had 8 more pounds on her, she could have been a small forward on the team. But a lot of these girls are bigger than her. But let's congratulate Aliyah Boston with 27 points, 13 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell had, she had 27 points, 13 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell had 24 points and 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And Lou Samuelson had 11 points, 3 or 4 rebounds. Miss Smith had 10 points, 5 rebounds. Caitlin Clark had a night of 7 points, 7 turnovers, and she was 1 for 6 from the 3. And as I keep saying, you live by the, you win by the 3, you win by the 3, you die by the 3. Caitlin Clark looked lost and frustrated on the floor because I feel, and this is just my opinion, Coach Sides and them, something happened in that locker room after the last game they played against the Suns. when she took the starters off with Boston and put the subs on the floor about defense. And they had some aggressive defense last night. One thing I'm going to say about them last night, they aggressively had some aggressive defense. The third quarter, they withheld the run by the Dream, but then in the fourth quarter, they chipped away on a 16-point lead at one point. Now, the Dream was on their game like they was a couple of games ago, they would have won that game last night. I don't know what was going on with the Dream. The Powers that come off the bench, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know what's going on with the Dream right now. We'll know in the next game. But looking at Indiana last night, I'm going to say this about Caitlin Clark. You're a great spot-up shooter. Okay? You complained when the referee walked on you last night when you went to the right. You did walk. You took 3 steps. Even the announcers called it. You know, you gotta get on D. You gotta D up. This is what I'm trying to say. Even though you had, I think 6 rebounds, you still gotta D up you gotta D up the person that you're guarding. So basically, you was guarding. Well, your opposing guard is either Kelsey Mitchell, which 24 point. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. And now, as I look on YouTube last night, you would think that some of these YouTubers will say Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and them lead the team to a win. They leave out Kelsey Mitchell and they put Aliyah Boston carry Caitlin Clark and the Fever to win. I look at a lot of people thumbnails on YouTube. You can do what you want to do. It's your own channel. Why is Caitlin Clark in all your thumbnails and she didn't really have nothing to do with the game? When are y'all going to become basketball people and not a basketball fan of one person? The only one, even the WNBA made Aliyah Boston 27 points. Where's Kelsey Mitchell? Kelsey Mitchell was one of the reasons that withstood the run and kept y'all in the game. Now, there wasn't that many assists given last night, so Boston really got a lot of those points off the board. She has to fight all these big 3s and 4s and 5s. Well, they don't want to consider centers anymore. In the middle in every game. She's getting beat up. She was the Rookie of the Year last year. She needs the ball given to her in the right place. Caitlin Clark don't give it to her in the right place. Caitlin Clark brings the ball up. She throws it off to the left. She goes into the left corner and hide, and then trying to come on a curl. And if that player is not sneaking behind the curl and sneaking in front and getting by, you give the ball back up. Caitlin Clark got to learn to get 3 or 4 touches in a possession. You bring the ball up, you make a decision on where you want to put it, you come back out and get it again, reset it. You just can't stand around once you drop the ball off. You got to be a moving target like Steph Curry. He runs, they set picks for him to get free. You got to learn how to do that. And then you got to learn how to get back on defense. Even when the ball gets stripped from you, you just give up on the play. You got to chase, at least show effort of chasing the player down. And see, all you fake Indiana fans are really Caitlin Clark fans. You're not a basketball fan. You're not. And I'm not getting on Caitlin Clark. I'm just saying there's always been the lack of defense. She's a liability on defense. We all know that. Every player in the WNBA knows that. And you're going to come across these players as they get into this season when you have to play these guards who definitely is going to lock you down, from the Suns to the Aces, to the Storm, to the Liberty. Even with the Wings, they're going to lock you down. And then it's going to be a problem where the fans will go tomorrow, oh, the coach don't know what they're doing, or the coach is going to ruin her career. No, it's not what's happening. It's that the team needs to run the offense through Boston. Okay? She need to get her touches in the hole. But so many girls could be able to deal with her on the inside. Okay? And that's what y'all mad about, because Clark wasn't the leading scorer last night. And she went 1 from 6 for threes. And it was at home. But can you imagine if they would have lost the game? Oh, well, Caitlin Clark didn't get enough shots. She went 1 for 6 from 3. okay? But she didn't do this. Y'all got to understand, 7 turnovers is a lot. She leads the leagues in turnovers. Now, I'm going to say this. Congratulations to the Indiana Fever. Congratulations to Coach Tsai, who really bust her ass last night. And she took Caitlin out in the first quarter. Good timing. Or was it second quarter when they was up? Good timing, you took her out so she can get some rest. If they can maintain the lead, let her sit. Let the other players get in, get some experience. Just like how y'all want her to get experience by going to the Olympic team, right? So the third and fourth quarter should be available. But you have to be, and I noticed last night when the Boston was up in age, and everybody on the team was congratulating them when he was going to a timeout, and Caitlin Clark was the only one sitting on the bench, not even clapping, nothing. If you want to be a leader, you got to be a leader of the team, whether you're a rookie or not. Aliyah Boston has only been there a second year. Where's the leadership? There is none. You only want to talk leadership when you are on, not when you're down. And I'm going to keep saying this. And if you don't like it, it's too bad. It is called basketball. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the press conference with Coach Size, Aliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lou Samuelson. That was the press conference after the game. And then I'm going to give you a short highlight. So, this is Van Silk. Y'all can go and check me out on rumble.com. You can check me out there on Rock Bottom Sports. And then the other channel is WNBA Ballers. Listen, man, I'm a basketball fan. I'm a fan, okay? When it comes to the WNBA, I want to see it grow because I've seen it from the beginning when it started and worked with some of the players in the beginning. Now it's a great opportunity that this rookie class is taking things to a whole different level. We all got to be neutral in how we present our posts and what we talk about. I made sure the 3 girls who helped carry this game are on my thumbnail. I am not just going to be putting Caitlin Clark on the thumbnail because you get clicks and views. That's not how it's supposed to be. Where's going to be the fair value of promoting the girl? That's why they don't want her on the rook. That's why one of the reasons she may not be on the Olympic team is because she could be on the bench and have 4 points, and then the narrative would be she led the team to a gold medal. Y'all delusional fans of Caitlin Clark need to stop and become basketball fans. Okay? So y'all check out the press conference and also his highlights from the game. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll be back. Van Silk, Rock Bottom Sports, WNBA Ballers.
To piggyback off that, Aliyah, how good did this one feel just to hang on and also defensively get 2 24-second violations?
Yeah, that was great for us. We just said it that this was a great team win for us. We made adjustments at the end. Ryan just started knocking down threes, and so we had to adjust, and we were able to get some stops when it was really crucial for us.
And then Kelsey, for you, owning that closer role, how much did you just enjoy those moments and putting a stamp on it?
I think our team's energy defensively kind of fueled everything we needed to close out that game, and I think without these guys, I don't think that would have happened. So that energy that we had to kind of close and get those 24-second, I think it was just momentum and just finding different ways to affect the game. So I'm proud of our group.
Yeah, Aliyah, just going back to those possessions against Rhyne near the end there, what was you guys switched it up where you were pretty much double teaming her coming off those screens. What was your mindset knowing, she had gotten hot there for a second and you basically knew she was going to shoot and have the ball?
Exactly that. Exactly that. We were trying to rush her, just make it hard for her, make her think about maybe even giving it up just because, she came out that second half and was just lighting it up. And so anything was better than a wide open shot or a late contest.
Aliyah, to have this kind of game, you talked a couple weeks ago about not liking your start to the season. Is this any way relieving or freeing for you to have a game like this where you try to dominate and do?
Yeah, I think this was, just for me, was a pretty good game just because I think I've just been needing one like this where I just feel like I'm dominant and I'm getting to my spots. And so I'm really glad to have my teammates out there that trusted me, gave me the ball, and trusted me to make the shot.
Yeah, Aliyah, what does it kind of take to have such an explosive first half, go a little bit quiet in the second half, and then pick it up just, where you left off?
I think that just goes to show our team, like when we are at our best, I mean, it's really hard for teams to stop us, and I think we saw that in the first half. We were kind of getting what we needed, and then that second half, I mean, we started off really slow in that third quarter, but I mean, I feel like this whole season so far, we've just talked about being resilient. We've talked about just getting back up, and Atlanta came, they hit us with a punch, and we were able to get back up and just close it out with a win.
Katie, were your threes a gift to yourself for your birthday, and how good did it feel to just see them go in and see the ball get hopping and moving throughout the game?
Sniper.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Gift for myself, love that for me. But I just feel like with the past few days, I've really been getting in the gym and trying to, just be ready for this moment when it comes. And today I felt good, and my teammates had confidence to get me the ball in those moments, and I felt like I took the right shots for me. So that's why it flowed with the game, and that's why I was able to shoot well.
For any of you guys, just felt like everything went right in the first half, lull in the second half, but then to win a game like that, what does that say about the resolve of a young team, and what can a win like this do for you moving forward?
I think for us, we can utilize, obviously, that lull as a learning lesson, but I think it just shows our resiliency and what we brought to the table as a group. I think it took more than like five or six people that you typically need, and I think once you utilize the entire team and we utilize what makes us great, and that's our aggressiveness on defense, and being in the right spots, I think we can get anything we want in this league, and that's to say we play against the best players in the league, and so I'm confident enough to say that once we kind of like hammer home the idea of staying aggressive on defense every possession, I think we'll have a really good season.
Got one on Zoom. Mike Vopel. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. If I could, I just had one for Lou and one for Aliyah. Lou, it seemed like that first half especially, the ball movement was really good. Did you feel like that was about as good as you guys have moved the ball? That first half, you had 59 points. And then, Aliyah, you talked about how good you felt tonight, but this was also, I believe this is one off your career-high rebounds, tying career-high points, tying career-high field goals. Was this game one where you just felt like you were able to assert the way you want to play?
Yeah, to go off the first question, I think for sure the ball was moving. You could feel it. We could feel it within our group. I think the way we celebrated each other, we were really playing like a team out there, and you could see it in the way the ball was moving, the buckets we were getting. We started going to AB early, and it was working, and so we kept going at that, and then we went back to it in the fourth quarter, and she pulled through and basically helped these two pull out the win with those big buckets.
And yes, I feel like this game, I mean, my mindset coming in was just to dominate, and I feel like when I played against them in the preseason, it was kind of a hard game for me, just understanding like Tina Charles, I mean, she's just a great post player, and Cheyenne as well, just super physical, and so I was just thinking that this has to be the game that I just try to dominate in the post, and it started off really great for me, and I think I just had that mindset of like, just keep it going.
Thank you.
You talked about, after a year off training camp, being a little harder or more demanding than you expected. How have you had to change your approach from a day-to-day perspective since then, or do you feel like now you're more in that rhythm of the grind of the season?
Yeah, I've been trying to put in a lot of extra work, not so much like pounding over and over, but being able to get a feel for the game and find out how I can feel my best on the court. I've changed up the way I've been lifting, and I think that's helped translate from how I was feeling early on. And just as more games happen, you get into shape a little bit more. I've had to play a lot of post this year, so learning that and getting more comfortable at that, I feel like I'm starting to get fully into that transition of it. Yeah. It's okay, whatever we need.
Yeah, for any of you, after Christy talked about the defensive effort on Monday, what was it just like as a team, maybe conversations amongst yourself or just, the routine to kind of get back the energy to, pull out a win like this with a lot of resolve in the fourth quarter?
I think that we all individually took a look in the mirror about what we can be better at. I think anybody that's a professional player or whatever they do, take a look in the mirror, like see how can I be better, how can I be great for myself, let alone my teammates. And I think we have to take a long look on Monday night. And I think, it kind of put in perspective where we need to be better at for today. And I think with that effort of holding ourselves accountable, we was able to go as a group and hold ourselves accountable. And I think we saw a different group. So I'm proud of our progress within our 3 or 4 days. 2 or 3 days. It was good for us.
We got 2 more. We'll do one on Zoom, James Conlon, then we'll finish with Chloe in the room.
Hi, my question is for Leah. Leah, in a contest that was evenly fought throughout the four quarters there tonight, was your ability to create second chance scoring opportunities the difference tonight in terms of inside the last?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I tried to just rebound the ball, but I think a big part of it too was us being able to get those defensive stops and then be able to let that fuel our offense. But my goal is definitely to just continue to try and rebound, give us second chance opportunities, and try to score when I could.
Yeah, Kelsey, you mentioned just how good this team could be, like if you're as aggressive on defense at the end of the fourth quarter all the time. Just how do you instill that in the team, just to do it all the time?
This is not a league where you're going to get it overnight. So I think the more and more reps we get and the more and more experience we get against the best, I think we give ourselves a chance and give ourselves an opportunity. But I think reps overall is going to help us because the more and more we see it and kind of rep it out over a time of our practice that we do have, I think the more and more we see it, I think we put ourselves in a position to kind of always be aggressive to the point where it's our DNA. Like it's a part of who we are. It's our identity. So.